Hello, I hope you are having a wonderful day. I am Karen, and I will present the following 8 parts of the series of video clips for those who wish to learn more about the future of Earth. It answers questions like 1. Why is the Amazon River basin burning? 2. How will climate change affect the future of Earth? 3. Is 8 billion people too much, too little, or just right for Earth? With the help of my assistant Michael, let's get started with the following story from an unknown author that poses another question. Take it away, Michael.
A tourist went to Mexico and praised the local fishermen for the quality of their fish, then asked them, "How much time do you need to catch it?" The fishermen answered him in one voice, "Not long." He asked them, "Why don't you spend more time and hunt more?" The fishermen explained that their small catch was sufficient for their needs and the needs of their families. He asked them, "But what do you do in the rest of your time?" They answered, "We sleep late, we hunt a little, we play with our children, we eat with our wives, and in the evening we visit our friends where we have fun, laugh, and repeat some songs." The tourist interrupted, "I have an MBA from Harvard University, and I can help you. You have to start fishing for long periods every day, then sell the extra fish for a greater return, and you buy a bigger fishing boat." They asked him, "Then what?" He replied, "With the big boat and the extra money you can buy a second boat, a third, and so on until you have a complete fleet of fishing vessels. Instead of selling your catch to a middleman, you will negotiate directly with factories, and perhaps you will also open your own factory. You will be able to leave this village and move to Mexico City, Los Angeles, or even New York. From there, you will be able to start your mega projects." The fisherman asked the tourists, "How much time will we need to achieve this?" He answered, "About 20 or perhaps 25 years. They asked him, "What then?" He answered with a smile, "When your business grows, you will speculate in stocks and win millions." They asked him in astonishment, "Millions? Truly? What will we do next?" He replied, "After that, you can retire. You live quietly in a village on the coast, sleeping late. You play with your children, and you eat with your wives. You spend your nights having fun with friends." The fisherman answered, "With all respect and appreciation, but that's exactly what we're doing now. So, what is the logic for which we waste 25 years of misery?"
Thank you, Michael. Interesting story, don't you think? We have been toiling for hundreds of years to understand the mysteries of the universe and still have little clue how nature works. Before the advent of civilizations, life did not bother with these thoughts and followed nature in everything it did. Nature is a process of non-intent. Energy from the sun makes things happen on Earth. Without the sun's energy, the first life molecule, DNA, would not have evolved and there would be no life like what we see every day on Earth. To our knowledge, the following is true of nature. 1. There is no value system. All objects in nature are equal. 2. There are no goals in nature. There was no goal to life before the advent of humans. It was all about electrochemical and morphological characteristics and their interactions. 3. The clock was not a factor in daily events either. All proceedings took their own time to complete. 4. There was no planning or design involved. Evolution is based on the characteristics of the environment, the individuals involved, and energy availability. 5. It was all about chemical reactions. The characteristics of each atom and molecule dictate its interaction with other atoms and molecules. From a single and small molecule of DNA 4 billion years ago came forth millions of species, represented by billions of individuals going about their business in a trillion directions, all obeying their inherited characteristics. 6. Nature takes the path of least resistance. If it stumbles onto a hard place, it simply goes around it. If it encounters a soft spot, it indulges it. If the right conditions exist, then evolution happens. 7. Nature promotes diversity. When a single molecule of DNA becomes millions of species, then we must conclude that nature promotes diversity. Nature, broadly speaking, goes through 5 activities related to Earth. 1. Life absorbs the sun's energy directly or indirectly. A. The sun radiates photons in all directions, including the Earth. B. Most of the photons are converted into heat. C. Approximately 5% are absorbed by the living. D. Another fraction is reflected out into space. 2. Nature recycles matter A. With the help of the sun's energy, materials such as atoms and molecules move around in cycles. B. For example, there is the water cycle, where heat from the sun evaporates water from rivers and lakes into the atmosphere and returns as rain or snow. C. The living also participate in this recycling process, where plants absorb water and minerals from the ground to make leaves and fruits for others to eat and defecate, returning the water and minerals to the ground. 3. The living are in balance with each other. Species communities are balanced because birth rates equal death rates. 4. Species communities are stable. AA. The stability of communities depends on diversity. B. For example, a lion can eat a diverse source of prey such as gazelle and warthogs. 5. Species are numerous and diverse. Diversity increases over time. We will introduce 2 groups of people. The first are the indigenous people, and the second are people like you and me, or the civilized. 1. The indigenous tribes of the Earth are few at this time, and their populations add up to approximately 1 million. We will concentrate on a tribe called the forest people studied by Turnbull in the 1950s. A. The forest people live in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. They live in tribes consisting of 15 to 60 individuals. B. They have lived there for thousands of years according to records kept by the pharaohs of Egypt. C. This indicates they have not harmed their environment because they take only what they need and then move on to a new location to allow where they had been to replenish. D. As a result, each person requires approximately 1.3 square miles of forest to survive. E. They believe themselves to be one with the forest and call it their father or mother because it provides all their needs for free. 2. The civilized. They comprise 8 billion individuals living at a density of 135 individuals per square mile. A. They believe they are the most advanced species on Earth and that Earth's resources are theirs to have. B. Instead of considering themselves part of their environment, they aligned themselves with an alien deity from the stars who allowed them to believe in their superiority. C. They have invented a value system that fulfills that belief. D. They invented the clock E. They discovered an alternative energy source from fossil fuels that they used to build monuments to themselves with the help of capitalism and technology, regardless of how that affected the environment. F. They invented technology. G. They invented the economy. H. They invented capitalism. I. As a result, the environment has been severely damaged and has ushered in a 6th mass extinction on Earth. In summary, the forest people believed they were part of the environment while the civilized did not. Thus, the forest people did not harm their environment in any way, while the civilized did so in a very destructive manner. For example, 97% of all wild animals have disappeared from Earth and are replaced by civilized humans, their livestock, and pets. This fact has negatively affected species diversity, stability, balance, and recycling required of all species, including humans, to maintain a healthy and beautiful Earth. It is important to itemize the damage the civilized have done to the health and beauty of the planet. The following points are taken from the news headlines. 99% of all tall grass prairies in North America are gone and replaced by humans and their food production. 96% of all mammals on Earth only include humans, their livestock, and pets, while wild animals now represent 4%. Global warming due to increased amounts of carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide in the atmosphere is leading to climate change. Depletion of global fisheries due to overfishing to feed 8 billion people. It is estimated that 80% of the world's fisheries are in steep decline. Soils are degraded due to agriculture, construction, and roads. Depletion of freshwater sources such as groundwater and glaciers, drying up of lakes and rivers. Production of toxic waste by the millions of tons each year. Introduction of invasive species that cause havoc to native ecosystems. Mass extermination of insects by the use of millions of tons of pesticides each year. Deforestation is due to the construction of houses, the manufacture of furniture, and various paper products for a growing population. Loss of species habitats due to their human acquisition for human needs. Human overpopulation through the use of medicine and the sequestration of other species habitats. In summary, the above damage was caused by civilized activities in their pursuit of happiness through technology and capitalism, supported by their economic systems. There are 5 issues related to the economic systems of the civilized that are causing the deterioration of conditions on Earth. 1. The economy uses a civilized, human-centric value system where the value of anything is related to its perceived economic benefit. In other words, an object has value if used by the economy. If not, it has a value of 0. This is the root cause of the degradation of the Earth's environment. 2. The value of any object is variable depending on its position with the supply and demand vectors. This makes it difficult to understand how an economy works. 3. The economy depends on growth, particularly a growing population of workers and purchasers. It also promotes the increased consumption of resources per individual. 4. Capitalism encourages the accumulation of wealth through increased profits. This causes the transfer of earthly resources, such as other species' habitats, into the money coffers of the wealthy. 5. Capitalists depend on politicians to deliver popular consent for their wealth accumulation activities. In summary, today the world's economic system is running at full juggernaut speed, unable to put on the brakes. It is so because politicians will not engage the brakes in fear of losing their jobs. In addition, the civilized have grown accustomed to and dependent on the bright promises of their political economic systems for so long that they dare not engage the brakes themselves. Therefore, there is no hope of slowing down or stopping the economy in time, and it will drive itself off the cliff of extinction and take approximately 50% of Earth's species with it. Since the sixth mass extinction is the product of the civilized, it is up to them to rectify the situation and reverse the damage before it is too late. Unfortunately, the civilized are overwhelmed by masses of information provided by their technologies and their way of life, making many unaware of the problem or don't believe that there is one. Nevertheless, a solution needs to be achieved in the next 30 years. The following are 5 action items to do just that. 1. Eliminate the written word. This will end the use of fossil fuels, technology, capitalism, and the value system. This will automatically cause the death rate to climb. 2. We should also combine that with abstaining from giving birth for 25 years. This will bring the human population down to an ecologically balanced 10 million. 3. People should migrate to places on Earth where they can live, such as close to the equator, depending on how global warming will progress. 4. Make tools out of local resources. To make an axe, use wood, bone, or stone. 5. Use available energy above the ground, such as wood or dried foliage. In summary, The civilized of Earth must sacrifice their way of life and change to something similar to the hunter-gatherers. A lifestyle comparable to that of the forest people would stop the sixth mass extinction and return Earth's health and beauty to how it was 100 years ago. We depend on the Earth and nature for everything. We will not survive without them. Nature's vast domain dictated how things were, are, and will be. When civilizations with their infinitely narrower domains arrived on the scene, however, they complained and set out to decree their new world order. In simple terms, nature is infinite, while humans are finite. Therefore, humans will never be able to understand nature and how things work in the universe, let alone how the Earth works. The only way to experience nature is to be in it like the forest people, where nature gifted all needed resources. We were evolutionarily born into that type of environment. It is where we would fit right at home. We, the civilized, should have been wise and considered ourselves part, and not apart from Earth's living cycles, the balanced web of life, and its ecosystems. Notions that humans are at the top of the food chain and humans have a superior intelligence are vocalizations of a personality desperate to ensure superiority. We are but a link, no better or worse than any other, be it a clump of mud or another species in nature's beauty and organization of life. The interference of our intellect and that of the civilized has fed our egos, leading us astray and blinding us to their consequences. The more we took, the less was left for others we depend upon. There are 7 characteristics of comparison between the civilized and nature. They are: 1. They are human-centric and not nature-centric. 2. They are based on a value system, while nature has no value system. 3. They required management, while nature managed nothing. 4. They needed planning and design, while nature plans and designs nothing. They depend on a clock to do things, while nature has none. 6. They decrease diversity, while nature increases it. 7. They take the straight and narrow, while nature meanders. All 7 characteristics are unnatural and will eventually lead to the dissolution of life as we know it. To save the Earth, we must decide now. Humbled by nature, we must follow it in everything we do. We must join the Earth's cyclical, balanced, stable, diverse communities again. We must pay the price in our lifestyle, sacrifice, and paradigm. A paradigm that needs an avalanche of change, not just a shift. This is Karen on behalf of Hassan Rashid, and we thank you for watching.